The book of Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. I'm going to stop right there. I want to start off as always by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. A Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect out there, whoever you might be. Shalom to the 144,000. It's the brother Amawan Padah from the GMS Denver camp, doing a lesson on the fact that we are in evil times, man. We're in evil times. All right. Wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth. All right. As it tells you in the Apocrypha, I believe it's Second Ezra. Can't remember the chapter, but I might have to pull that up. But yeah, man, wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and we must walk circumspectly. People are bugging the fuck out here, and we can't just be moving around all willy-nilly. You know what I'm saying? And it's not to say that you're supposed to be paranoid and, you know, afraid wherever you go, but just understand the days that we're living in. People are losing their damn minds as society begins to crumble more and more. And this is really a land back off of a video that the elder Demashapat recently just did. And he was talking about these things right here. All right. And just yesterday I was walking around, in the city, taking care of business and whatnot at nighttime. And, I was mindful of people that would walk by me on the sidewalk, man. You gotta be careful, man. You don't know what people are on these last days. You see, the demons are in these people, man. They turning up. So you gotta be mindful of, where you're walking at nighttime and, things like that. You gotta be observant. That's why it says walk circumspectly. The word circumspect means to be observant of things around you. Okay? Be observant. Know where you at. Know who you're dealing with, the type of people that are around you in any situation. And that's just wisdom from the scriptures, man. We're in the fall of a society. People are on edge, man. All right, doing crazy type of shit. And, you look in the news or even on WorldStar, you see all kind of weird things happening, man. People being unalive in crazy different scenarios. That's the time that we in. This is why you must be prayed up, man. That's another big thing, we got to really take heed to, is to pray all the time, man. To Yahweh Shemi outside that he protect us. All right. Protect us when we leave the house, when we in the car going to work or wherever we at. You should be praying in your head, man, for the Lord to, guide you and keep you in safety. All right. So we are in evil times, man. Don't get it twisted. On my news break app, I got an app, that gives me notifications. And it's like, damn, like every few minutes I'm getting a notification of some crazy type of judgment that took place. Whether it involves children, women, men being unalive, man, because the Lord is out here judging, man. These days are evil, man. All right. Evil meaning bad time. So you can't be out here in, la la land acting like it's just all good, man. All right. Shit ain't sweet. All right. So here's that scripture that I quoted right here. Yeah, and it is in the book of Second Ezra, the 15th chapter. And it says, Second Ezra 15:6, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth. That's the point. And their hurtful works are fulfilled. We're in evil times, man. All right. We're at the time right before the Lord's getting ready to send the final judgment. So these demons are being turned up, man. You got to be mindful when you're on the road. Don't be trying to engage in road rage incidents. Somebody cuts you off, let them have it, man. Don't be trying to flip people off and get your lip back out here. We're in evil times. People are crashing out. And we got to, from time to time remind ourselves about this, man. You see, these people don't have the Holy Spirit dealing with them. They're liable to do anything at any moment. You see, and that includes your family members too. You got to be wary of them. It says a man's foe shall be they of his own household. We're in those times, man. Okay. We got to be mindful. And this is why, like I said, we got to stay prayed up, man. All right. 1 Thessalonians 5:17. I bring that out all the time, man. Pray without ceasing. You see? Because we're in the time of the end, man. Because right before the flood, the first death, people were extremely evil in the time of Noah. All right. And I believe it's probably worse before the return of our Lord Yahushua. Before the Lord brings this second death, you can expect the world to be extremely wicked, man. And that's what we're seeing in the news and, local news. I'm seeing all type of different stuff, man. So be mindful of what time we in. All right, here we have the book of Luke. All right, chapter 12. And matter of fact, let's jump up. Okay, let me see here. Luke chapter 12 and verse 54. All right, this is Yahushua speaking, right? Take heed to this. All right, and it says, and he said also to the people, when ye see a cloud rise out of the west, straightway ye say, there cometh a shower, and so it is. And when ye see the south wind blow, ye say, there will be heat, and it cometh to pass. Ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is it that ye do not discern this time? All right, because you got Jake out here, people that are able to understand the weather patterns. They know it's going to be a hot summer or whatever. They can look at the forecast and see it's going to rain or whatever, but they don't know what season they're in spiritually, man. They don't know, the weather forecast spiritually. We're in evil times, man. You see the war over there ramping up. All right, we're in the midst of World War III, and it's going to intensify. Okay, we're getting ready to see these last prophecies take place, such as the famine of the word, the persecution of the saints. All right, famines, which are food shortages, the mark of the beast being made mandatory for you to buy and sell. This is the time that we're in. All right, draconian laws being passed to persecute us. Okay, the demonization of the ministry. All right, civil unrest. That's the season that we're in. So you must be circumspect, man. You gotta be observant, and not just out here like the rest of these people out here just living, to please the flesh. They have no idea what's coming, because the Lord gonna come upon them as a thief in the night, because they're not watching. We're watching. You see? And we got to take it day by day, man. Because at any moment, all hell could break loose. And that's what the elder Demashapot was saying. And I was thinking that the other day, and I was walking. And I was like, man, we got to be in the mindset of, this shit could pop off tonight. You know what I'm saying? We ain't in the mindset of, we got time. Nah, man. All hell could break loose at any moment. All it takes is one event. A blackout. These damn devils cut the power, you know what I'm saying? Or, some crazy black swan event take place, and everything's going to be changed. The Lord can get it popping at any moment, man. That's how we moving. Okay, we taking it day by day. Hour by hour, you know what I'm saying? That's the mindset that we should be in, because we know what time we're in. We can discern the season that we're in. All right? The Lord is wrapping this thing up, and it's finna go out with violence, man. And you, as an Israelite, want to be protected, man. All right? I'm speaking to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you Israelite foreigners that understand the truth of Yahushua. All right? We ain't got much longer in this society, man. We know how it's going out. Okay? All right, here we have Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, seek ye the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord Yahweh's anger. And the Christian church ain't talking about the Lord's anger, man. And how does he show his anger? By judgment. All right? By bringing forth judgments in the earth. All right? And we don't want no parts of that, man. We know that he's getting ready to just let loose on this place, man. We're at that threshold of the Lord just, casting out judgment like waters from a faucet, man. You see? I'm talking about men, women, and children being put down. We're in that time, man. Any moment. You see? And we want to make sure that, we're protected in that time. That's why we tell you to repent and seek the Lord while he may be found. We want to be taken care of and hid away from all these things that get ready to happen on the planet Earth. All right, it's gonna get very, very violent, man. Gonna have people out here fighting for their life. All right, trying to defend their families and whatnot by any means they have. we have our defense, which is Yahweh Shem Shai, the ultimate defense. All right. Verse 4 says, oh, Salakia, that's the point on that. Let me jump to another chapter in Zephaniah real quick. Zephaniah 3. All right, Zephaniah 3 and verse 5. It says, the just Lord Yahweh Bashem Shai is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. And that goes into the 2/3, being the unjust, and then of course the wicked, Esau, Edom, and the heathen. All right, they don't understand the judgment of Yahweh Bashem Shai. They have no shame in how they're moving in the earth. But us, we understand, man. The Lord, he kills and he makes alive. And every day you're seeing people being unalived in crazy, horrific fashions, man. Just check the news out, man. All right, you see, and that's every day he's doing this, and he's turning it up even more because we're nearing the end. All right, so we got to be circumspect and understand what time we're in. We're in the time of judgment. And one thing the elder said, man, in his video, he said, when you're going out, you might go out and get a drink, somewhere at a bar or whatever. You might step out to a restaurant. You got to be fucking mindful of what, of your surroundings, man. We're not in the time to be just careless and complacent. You see some weird stuff going on in a spot, get out of there. Leave early, If your spirit is tingling, telling you that this ain't a good situation, don't ignore that, man. Listen to the spirit and move accordingly. The Lord is judging these people out here, man, and we don't want to be amongst these people of the earth, of this society, when the Lord is carrying out judgment, like, being at clubs and shit like that. I mean, you gotta be very, very careful of that, man. All right, that's something that's actually a very, very hot spot for judgment. Being downtown, in major cities and, at nighttime and things like that. You gotta be mindful of that, man. Okay? It's not to say that you gotta be a damn hermit and sit in the corner all day, but understand that you understand where we at with this, man. All right? Don't be around a bunch of niggas. You see, nigga activity, degenerate 2/3 activity going on around you. Hey, vacate the premises. Get away from that, man. All right? We don't need to be around that type of stuff. All right? The Lord has called us to be holy, man. That means to be separate from this world. Especially now, man. He's judging the world. Here we have the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 1. It says, remember now thy creator, Yahweh Bashem Shai, in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. All right, we're supposed to be drawn closer to Yahweh Bashem Shai in these times. All right, early, you know what I mean? Not wait until we get old and shit, you know what I'm saying? Nah, we ain't got that much time. All right, you see what I'm saying? Like I said, any day now. And we're in those times right now where things are becoming more and more evil. We're in the evil days, man. So how much more should you be seeking the Lord now? Pretty much turning off this, this world, man. This disconnecting from the matrix more and more. All right, when I say the matrix, I mean this society, this current society, which is nothing but smoke and mirrors. All right. Our citizenship is in the kingdom of heaven, man. That's what we looking forward to. Not this society. It's coming to an end. So we should be detaching more and more, being more stoic, you know what I'm saying? Focusing on the things that are most important. All right, while everybody else is in that, party every day spirit. Nah, we're not in that spirit, man. All right, we're seeking the Lord now because we know the evil days are finna increase more and more. We gonna see bloodshed, man. We gonna see people being unalive, man. All right. So seek the Lord now. Now is the time. Now check this out. This is the Lord talking about, in Proverbs about how our people, the majority of them, have refused to seek the Lord, man. Now check this out. Proverbs 1 and verse 24. Because I have called, and how does the Lord call out to you? Through his prophets, through his men. You've seen the videos, and that's the Lord calling out to you, you Israelites. All right. Because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. And that's how our people are, man. When we out there on the highways and hedges preaching the word, they walk by, they scoff, they mock, or they take it lightly. They don't listen to the word, man. They don't take heed to the warning. They have not regarded the Lord's hand of mercy, which he uses through his prophets, man, which are being led by Yahushua, the spirit of Yahweh Yahushua, should I say. And these people don't even regard, man. So what does it say next? But ye have set at naught all my counsel and with none of my reproof. Yep, they just cast this word behind them, man. They act like this ain't a big deal when they see us out there preaching. They don't take heed to the counsel of the Lord Yahweh Yahushua, the wisdom. All right, they don't take heed to the warnings. Verse 26. Check it out. It says, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. And we're in that time, man, of great fear getting ready to grip the earth. And we're not just saying this to be saying it, man. It's eventually gonna be a reality for you and everybody else, whether you believe or not. All right. This society's gonna go out violently, man. There's gonna be manifold calamities and perils that are getting ready to happen. Screams of children and men and women, blood in the streets, body parts, in the streets. Now we're coming into that time, man. Seeing dead bodies out there laid out across the lawn, and you know what I'm saying? Lawlessness, man. That's what's coming. And when you are all scared and afraid in that time, the Lord gonna laugh at you. All right, we gonna laugh at you. All right, because he gonna have a cold spirit on us in that time. We ain't gonna be all compassionate in that time, man. We're showing you the compassion now by giving you this word through the Lord, man. All right. So when all hell break loose and all you scoffing ass niggas and you scoffing ass women that was talking that shit, we gonna laugh at you when you screaming and scared and afraid. All right. You see? And that's the time that we're coming into. It says, when your fear cometh as desolation and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, you see, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Yeah, man, you see that? So the Lord said, when things get real out here, all of you that have rejected his word, you've rejected the prophets whom he has sent in his name. Guess what? You're going to call on the Lord in that day and he ain't going to hear you. All right. We're in the time of these things happening. So how much more should we be seeking the Lord, man? Making sure we're staying in the good graces of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. We don't want to be the ones that get mocked out here and be victims of the calamities that are getting ready to happen. We want to make sure that we're underneath the shadow of the Almighty because we know what time we in. All right? Shit ain't sweet, man. Understand that. The times we're in the time of the end. That's all I'm going to say, man. I mean, I want to beat a dead horse, but I do want to drive the point home. But I'm going to end this lesson. I'm going to get two more. This is Matthew 6 and verse 33. One of my favorites. This is Lord Yahweh Shai speaking, right? And he says, but seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. So that's talking about the Lord taking care of us in the time we're coming into, in the evil days, because we've been seeking him. We've been trying to be righteous to the best of our abilities, man. Coming out of the wicked ways of the world, coming away from the wicked mindsets and ideologies that we've been taught here in Babylon and other parts of the world, man. You see, we're coming back to the old paths, you know what I'm saying? Seeking the Lord, trying to do the right thing, man. Seeking his son, Yahweh Shai. All right, that's how we access the Most High. It's through his son, Yahweh Shai, man. And we're going to be provided for in the time we're coming into. We're going to be protected, all right, in the evil time. All right, verse 34. Take It says, take therefore no thought for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. You see that, man? We just taking it day by day. You see what I'm saying? We're not acting like we got 10 years or 5 years or look, man, all hell could break loose at any moment. Okay? It could be tomorrow. It could be tonight. So we worried about doing the right thing today. And that's the mindset that we got to have, man. I was thinking about that as I was walking earlier today. You know? You see? Are you in good standing with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai today? All right? You ain't worried about tomorrow. We worried about today. Okay? Because tomorrow ain't even promised, man. So just understand what time we in. That's the point, you know, pretty much a land back off of the elder Damashapat's lesson that he did today. And it's through the spirit that he was mentioning those things because, you know, we can all feel it, man. The Lord ain't going to allow this society to continue on any longer. And people are going to bug out and Esau's going to bring his shit. And it's going to be crazy out here eventually. And we don't know when that day is, man. But at some point, there's going to be a turning point. All right. So do what you got to do today, man. Seek the Lord, man. Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. And remain constantly in prayer, man. All right. So I'm going to end this lesson right here. Just a quick one. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakha, Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Kwame Asharala and the Bible Ball. Shalom.